two former foreign ministers under Abe Shinzo, Kono and Kishida. And both are hawks. Both are suspicious of Beijing. Kishida comes from a faction within the LDP that is generally thought to be more dovish or PRC friendly. And he seems to be making up for it now with a lot of very hardline statements. For example, saying Japan should invest in first strike precision guided missile technology, should beef up its Coast Guard to communicate more clearly with the SDF military, wants to appoint a special envoy to monitor Uyghur human rights in Xinjiang province, and also has talked about Taiwan joining the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. Kono, for his part, was very hardline on North Korea. During the maximum pressure campaign in 2017 as foreign minister, he went around the world encouraging countries to break relations with North Korea, and both basically towed the Abe Shinzo line when they were in their minister positions. Listen, the LDP is a conservative foreign policy party and a conservative foreign policy country, Japan. Whoever wins the prime minister's race is going to be hardline against mainland China, especially because there'll be an election in November. So no Japanese prime minister has any interest in easing up on Beijing right now.
The Japanese public and their feelings towards China. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, well, right now, the Japanese public is not that focused on foreign policy. The issue that really gets the Japanese emotional and foreign policy tends to be the abduction of its citizens by North Korea, and that's in the background right now. And in an NHK poll 2 days ago, only 8% of Japanese voters listed foreign policy or diplomacy as the #1 issue going into this prime minister's race. For them, getting back from the coronavirus pandemic after the Olympics is really the most important thing. And right now, Kono's doing a great job with the vaccination, where Japan's about to surpass the United States in terms of percentage of the population fully vaccinated. So foreign policy is not a real key issue. But when people do think about it, 88% of Japanese see mainland China as a military threat. And they know that also mainland China enables and backstops North Korea. So Japanese aren't right now thinking that much about foreign policy, but when they do, they know they don't like China. And they love Taiwan.
So between Kono and Kishida, which way do you think it would go?
Well, the public likes Kono. He's called a maverick, and he's got a very active social media presence, and he is popular with people. But I think they want to make sure they win the next election and win it handily. So if public opinion means anything, to go with Kono. But Kishida is certainly making a lot of waves this week with his hardline views on mainland China. Whichever way it does go, I think the leader is going to be pro-US, pro-Taiwan, and very suspicious of Beijing.